The cozy dawn at Whispering Peaks Farm always brought a picturesque sense of tranquility. Nestled among the rolling green hills of coastal California, the ranch was a sanctuary for the alpacas, gentle creatures with fleece as soft as clouds. Life here was peaceful, overseen by the meticulous care of the farm's owner, Ethan. He considered the herd his family, and among all those familiar woolly faces, one stood out: Athena. Athena, a mother alpaca with pristine cream-white fleece, was marked by her unceasing vigilance. She had recently given birth to a tiny, frail cria named Luna. Luna was Athena's pride, a fragile being with large, innocent eyes, taking her first shaky steps on long, slender legs. Every movement Athena made was centered on Luna's protection. The maternal instinct in her was powerful, a flame always flickering, ready to ignite against any threat. Although the farm lay outside the typical habitat of large predators, Athena carried a primal wariness, one that the other alpacas seemed to have forgotten in this sheltered environment. One late afternoon, as a thick fog began to shroud the hillsides, an unforeseen event occurred. A shadow silently slipped past a section of the damaged electric fence. It was Zara, an old, emaciated, and hungry lioness who had escaped from a nearby wildlife preserve after a major storm. Lost and exhausted, Zara was drawn to Whispering Peaks by the scent of easy prey. Zara lay flattened in the dim light, her amber eyes intensely fixed on the resting alpaca herd. Her target was quickly identified: the smallest, most vulnerable creature. Luna was lying close to Luna, her larger body acting as the ultimate shield. Despite her gentle appearance, Athena possessed a robust physique, capable of delivering powerful kicks and showing a fierce aggression when threatened. A shift in the air, an unfamiliar, cold scent, instantly woke Athena. She sprang up, her pointed ears twitching on high alert. Lioness advanced, moving slowly and silently. The distance closed. The other alpacas, sensing the danger, began to emit low, guttural warning sounds, but none dared to approach the threat as Athena did. Suddenly, Zara charged. It was a lightning-fast, powerful movement. Her sharp teeth were aimed directly at Luna's neck. Athena acted immediately, without a single moment of fear or hesitation. She threw herself forward, completely blocking Zara's path. A high-pitched, furious shriek of defiance erupted from Athena. Zara, startled by this fierce resistance, paused for a moment. The lioness was accustomed to prey, fleeing in panic, not charging directly at her. Athena stood up on her hind legs, her stature growing larger and more intimidating in the dim light. She put all her force into her front legs, unleashing powerful kicks. The first kick barely missed Zara's head. The second, much stronger, landed on the lioness's shoulder. Zara roared in pain, her predatory instinct momentarily replaced by anger. The unequal confrontation unfolded over several tense seconds. Athena continuously delivered kicks, snarling furiously. She was not attacking to kill, she was attacking to create a desperate defense. She knew she couldn't defeat the lion, but she had to injure it, and buy time. Zara retaliated, faster and more aggressively. Blood began to flow, staining the white fleece, but Athena did not retreat. She grit her teeth and endured, delivering her strongest, sweeping kick. The blow struck the lioness's flank, forcing her to release her grip and stagger backward. Athena turned, standing between the trembling Luna and Zara. The lioness whimpered, reassessing the situation. This prey was too difficult, and she was injured. However, Zara's hunger was immense. She prepared for one final, desperate, and direct attack, intending to end the fight swiftly. At that very moment, in the small wooden house, not far from the enclosure, Ethan was reading when he was jolted by the frantic barking of the sheepdog Buddy and Athena's desperate cries. The sound was not a usual warning, but the noise of a mortal struggle. Ethan immediately ran outside. He switched on the enclosure's large floodlight, and the scene that appeared before his eyes made him tremble. In the center of the pen, under the glaring light, the lioness was crouched, ready to spring, facing a bleeding yet resolute Athena.
What do you want?
Ethan knew he had no time to call for help or search for traditional weapons. He spotted a garden shovel near the fence. Without thinking, he grabbed it. He began running at full speed toward the enclosure, shouting as loudly as he could. He slammed the shovel hard onto the packed earth, then against the metal fence, creating a deafening, echoing clang. The sudden noise and the threatening appearance of a human startled Zara. The lioness had already been injured by Athena, was off guard, and did not want to confront a new, unpredictable danger. She stared at Ethan, hesitating. Her instinct told her to keep away from humans. Ethan continued shouting, his voice strained with tension. The internal conflict ended for Zara. The reward was no longer worth the risk. With a frustrated, angry growl, she turned, leaped over the broken section of the fence, and swiftly disappeared into the thick fog on the hill. Everything immediately fell silent. Only Athena's heavy breathing, Buddy's gradually subsiding barks, and Luna's soft whimpers remained. Ethan rushed to Athena's side. The exhausted mother alpaca collapsed, but her eyes never left her offspring. She had done it. She had protected Luna. Ethan examined her wounds. The bite was deep, but not life-threatening. He gently stroked her head, overwhelmed by gratitude and admiration. Luna, now safe, stumbled toward her mother, nudging her head against Athena's neck. Maternal love had triumphed over the instinct of fear. Ethan immediately called the veterinarian, Dr. Miller. While waiting, he moved Athena and Luna into the warm, safest part of the barn. Dr. Miller arrived, treated, and bandaged Athena's wounds. She was completely astonished by the bravery of the mother alpaca, a normally docile creature. It was Athena's courage that saved them both, Ethan thought to himself. Athena had bought him precious time with her blood and sacrifice. A few days later, when dawn broke again over Whispering Peaks,
that should keep him
Ethan had repaired the fence, reinforcing it with strong steel and a more powerful electric system. He couldn't stop the wild world from encroaching, but he could better prepare to protect his family. He stood watching Athena and Luna. Athena had recovered quickly and continued her role as a vigilant and loving mother. Luna grew up healthy and lively, always close to her mother. The story of Athena became a quiet legend at the farm, a lesson in boundless love and the unyielding courage of a mother. Whispering Peaks was not just a place for raising alpacas, but also a keeper of Athena's fierce fighting spirit.